With the United States tournament featuring some of the top female competitors, today we're asking the question, who should become the first Women's United States champion? Let's talk about it. So when it comes to this tournament, since it will be for the Women's US Championship, it's going to be a huge deal for who is known as the first. And I will say, I'm very happy WWE have introduced a new title for the women, as it's definitely been long overdue. So when it comes to the first option, we have Bayley. Now I know what people are going to say, that Bayley is a former women's champion, winning it at WrestleMania and losing it as recently as SummerSlam, which is a fair point. But because she is a former champion, it's only going to make the prestige of the United States title even more known, along with her other accolades like winning the Royal Rumble and being a former Money in the Bank winner. And since we currently have two heel champions in Liv Morgan and Nia Jax, having the first US champion be a face and as someone as beloved as Bayley, I just think that makes a lot of sense. And also with the journey she's been on, from the hugger in NXT to not being utilised properly on the main roster to the heel, and then going full circle as the babyface champion at the latest WrestleMania. So it would make sense to carry on that momentum. And let's not forget, she was a part of the first ever WWE Women's Tag Team titles, so maybe lightning will strike twice. Okay, so next up, we have one half of the current tag team champions, Jade Cargill. And yes, I know she is a tag team champion, so you probably wouldn't expect her to win another title at the same time. But this is only if Bianca and Jade lose the titles before December 14th. And let's not forget, even though Jade did lose to Nia Jax via disqualifications, she hasn't actually been pinned yet in WWE, which would make her a good choice to be the first. So that when she does get pinned, the championship would make it an even bigger moment, and it really would add to her achievements as a rising star. And I think with her look and her in-ring ability, you could definitely have her as one of the top champions in the company, like she was in AEW with the TBS title. And you could even have her face Bianca at some point, with the US title on the line, which would definitely raise the stakes. Okay, so now we have our last two options, and it's either Michin from the OC or Naomi. First, let's start off with Naomi. Her winning would honestly be such a great moment, especially since she joined WWE all the way back in 2009. And I know, she did leave for a few years in which she ended up having a great run in TNA, becoming the Knockout Women's Champion and defeating the likes of Mickie James and Deonna Purrazzo. And yes, she's had some great moments in WWE as well, like winning the SmackDown Women's title at WrestleMania 33 in her hometown and being a former Women's Tag Team Champion with Sasha Banks. But her being the first US champion, it would honestly be a massive moment, as a lot of fans have wanted to see her win a title since she returned at the Rumble, and I think a lot of them would love to see her feel the glow as the first Women's United States champion. Now let's talk about Michin. I do see Michin as one of the top options, as even though she hasn't got the accolades of the other women I mentioned on this list, she has been deserving of this kind of opportunity. And this is exactly why there needed to be a secondary title, because there are people like Michin and Chelsea Green where you don't necessarily want them to win the top title just yet, but you want them to still be a champion. Yes, I know there's the Speed title, but that's only defended on Twitter/X. And with it being the first US title and her first title win, it would make it feel even more special, as she's always given it her all, from her performances in the Mae Young Classic to her matches with Shayna Baszler in NXT, and most recently Nia Jax. Although there was Retribution, but we don't need to talk about that. So overall, it's a tough decision between the two. Both are very deserving of this opportunity, and I really wouldn't mind if anyone on this list ended up winning, but I'm going to have to go with Naomi. The main reason being is that she has been a part of the WWE for as long as she has, and since she has the accolades of being a former champion in WWE and in TNA, it just showcases how important that US title is. And since she has a cool look with the different hairstyles and her unique entrance, again, seeing that championship feel the glow, it's going to be a pretty cool sight. And it kinda makes up for her coming up short in several title bouts. And she can have the kind of matches that she was having in Total Non-Stop Action. But what do you think? Should Naomi become the first Women's United States Champion? Or should it be someone else, like Chelsea Green, or Bianca Belair, or Tiffany Stratton? Let me know in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, support the channel via the link in the description, and more importantly, take care.